And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
Started at NXT, it was always kind of like serious, which like you can only be serious for so long. So it was just like, all right, I kind of want to open up a little more and be funny. I don't know if people like don't know this, but it's like we show up and we were given a script, and that's what we got to make the most out of it. Like I think a lot of fans get confused, like, oh, why doesn't he do this or do that? And it's like we have producers and writers that tell us what to do. Like, here's your paper, read it. We're gonna go in like 20 minutes. Like, please be ready. You just got to make the best out of it, and no one's gonna really tell you the right way to do it. Or they'll tell you the right way to do it, but right or wrong way to do it. So it's like, hey man, how much you read these lines, like you read them, but they're not tell you how to read them. So it's just like you got to be over the top yourself and like put your own self into those lines, and they would never really tell you that. So like me and Miles, we always like wanted to be over the top because like we're both funny guys on the outside. And I'm like, hey man, let's start being funny. So we got all the funny stuff. So like it was crazy. So leading up to that, it was like a few weeks before we had the departure with one of the group members, and just the stuff like that. It's a whole different topic. And then so we came into us three, and there were talks of adding another member because we asked someone that was highly influenced. So we were just talking with like, hey, are we adding a female? Or are we adding male to the group? It's like whatever you guys want. We just want to kind of be in the loop just so we make the best of the opportunity that you guys give us with the person that we are given. And week before, like no, it was like 2 weeks before. So they added another guy, and he started joining us. Like he was like in little things here and there, but it was like kind of weird before that. Like we were doing rumbles, and we did that little battle royale where it made it look like it was like my fault for like eliminating Charlie. So it kind of made everything look like it was my fault why everyone was losing. Which like I was fine with. Like I have no ego when it comes to losing. I'm just fine. Like it's fun. I really love WWE, so I didn't really give a crap about the wins or losses or looking stupid. But it was like I was being told something through wrestling that no one was telling me to my face, which I would have greatly appreciated if someone did do that. So we did a match with the guy. The stipulation was whatever you beat Damon, you're in, whatever. And it was crazy. Like a week before, those guys that there was the other three members that the guy that they added. So they went to TNA and to do the pre-tape shows that week, a week, like 2 weeks before. And I was left off of it. And like there was really no, hey Damon, you're being left off because of this and this and this. It was more so one of the guys came up to me. He was like, "Hey, did you get the text?" And I was like, no, I didn't. And then they went over to the TNA and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, this is getting a little weird. This is like, all right, getting a little weird. And like, it's just like the timing of things too. Like my contract was coming up that following month. So I was like, all right, what are we doing? Like, what kind of are we thinking? What are we doing and stuff like that. And then, so I had a talk with the guy that was highly influenced. And I was like, hey man, what are we doing here? Like, am I still part of the group? Are we are we still working towards something that we talked about? And he just gave me a bunch of ideas. He was, oh yeah, 2-3 months down the road, you guys are gonna Heritage Cup's gonna come back to you guys. You guys are gonna be champions. Are you guys gonna defend it? We got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. And I was like, okay, cool. You mentioned 2 or 3 months down the road. He's like, you got great connection with the crowd. You're doing this. You're a great in-ring worker, great promos, all this stuff. And I was like, oh, cool, okay, cool. So it was like reassuring for me, like the week before. And then I knew that my contract was coming up. So I like briefly just like touched on, I was like, hey, I love WWE. I want to be here. Like I would like to, be here as long as I can. It's a great job. It's real fun. And I was like, who do I talk to when it comes to my contract resigning? Like, is there anyone I can talk to about that? Because I like to be here, and it's coming up in a few weeks. And then they'll, talk to so and so about that. And it was tough because during that time, everyone was gone in Toronto for that pay-per-view. So I never got an opportunity to ask that person face to face, like, hey, my deal's up. Is there something that we can talk about? Like, I want to be here. Like, I'd love to hear. I want to be here. And so that Monday came, and I was looking to talk to that person, and they never came. Like, they never came into. I guess they landed Sunday, and then everyone had like Monday off and stuff like that. So I never got to talk to anyone. And so that Monday night, this was a week after I had that great talk with that highly influenced person. And so I was just sitting on my couch, and then I get a call from talent relations, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. This might be the call that I'm getting my renewal over moving forward and stuff like that." And they're like, "Hey, Damon, like we appreciate everything, but we decided that we are not going to renew you." And I was like taken back for a second. I was like trying to like process it, and I was like, didn't we just? I just talked to. I didn't say it, but it was just like brain was just spinning, and I was like, I just had a great talk with so and so last week about all these great things, stuff and what was gonna happen and stuff like that. And I was like baffled in my brain, like I was almost like stunned a little bit, like I got hit with a stun gun. And then I was like, uh, okay. And then there's, oh yeah, no need to show up to the TV or PC anymore. You got 30 days. And it's crazy because uh, I was booked for TV that Tuesday, the next day, because I was booked, and I was like completely caught off guard. So I was like, I have a notification to go into work tomorrow, and then you guys just tell me the day before that you're not resigning me. It's like completely caught off guard. And like I mentioned, the great conversation the week before, and I was like, whoa. So it was just kind of like, it was like I was just stunned. I was like, all right, I was like, so I was really taken back and really caught off guard, you know. But there was no regrets, no regrets being there. I loved it. I'd go back, it wasn't like I don't know, a lot of people are talking like going to the UFC. I didn't want to resign because I was going to the UFC or something like that. It's not true. Like it was just the business opportunity for the business for them. I'd go back. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people, a lot of great athletes there. So it was fun. So no hard feelings. But it was a little bit. I was pretty stunned. So
Damon, do you think that the WWE not renewing your contract was possibly a result of the fallout of the release of your brother? I'm still confused about what happened with Gable also. I mean, when I first saw him, it looked like he was beelining for a really bright future, obviously, with the background and all. And then I never saw him. I mean, do you think there was any connection with when they let your brother go? I mean, did
I
you
hope
see
not.
any of the writing on the wall? Or?
I hope not, man. Because I hope not. Because it was like I mentioned, man. It was real fun, and it was great for me. So I just hope not. It wasn't one of those things, But
Right.
so that's all I really have to say on that one.
Let me ask you this: You were NXT was being run by Triple H at that time, and then I think he brought Shawn Michaels in. Were you able to reach out to them and say, "Hey, what it like"? I guess my question to you is like, what did I do wrong, or what could I have done better that would have, had me stay on board, or did they not take your calls?
I didn't really reach out because I just thought it was one of those things where people come and go every year in the business, So I think it was like I just didn't want to be that one guy. They probably get texts like that all the time, like, "Hey, sorry for this," like "Hey, thank you for that." I feel like everyone gets kind of numb to like people being let go. It's just like it's part of the job. It's real crappy. But this thing, like me sending the text, I don't know if it'd be like the actually even get like a reply. Not
Well,
to be like
well,
rude or anything. It's
clearly,
just